We're now on the last of our little set of 3 videos about mathematical functions. We're going to be talking about statistical functions this time. There are a couple that we use quite regularly. This is a different order than you usually see them in, but I think it will make more sense to you. First, we're going to count up how many there are. In my table here, you see this is one field from my customer's table, client's table. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them, so the count is 7. Min means the minimum or the smallest number, and the person who paid the least, there are 4 of them who have not bought anything yet. Max is the largest number, the person who bought the most, which was 31,750. Then we have sum, which means to add them up, also known as total. And if I added these all up, it would come to $81,950. The fifth of the 5 common ones are average. Maybe you remember that average means add them up and divide by how many. We would take the 81,950 divide by 7 and come out to 11,700. Let's see how that would look in Access. Oops, we can't do it until we turn on the totals row. Let me take you actually to Access this time so you can see. And I've clicked here on the Design tab. And then over on the right-hand side is this funny shaped E that says totals. That's actually a math symbol. I could turn it on from here. When I click, you watch down here. Alright, you watch. I'll click totals and see how the totals row shows up. I don't know if you can see, it might be too small. The second way to do it though is if I come down into the design grid, I can just right click anywhere in this column and it will ask me if I want to turn on totals. So I right clicked to get the shortcut menu, left click on totals, and now sure enough the totals row shows up. Usually the first time when it shows up it will say group by, but I had already had it set, that's why it came back this way. And there are the sum, average, min, max, and count 5 that I just explained to you, as well as several others. Let's go back now to our PowerPoint slides and we'll keep going. So when I have this total rows set by one of the 2 methods, then I can choose which function I want to do. If I want to count them up, I would choose count for whichever column. Doesn't matter really which column if you're counting. And the result would be one single cell with 1 column and 1 row. The name of the column is count of amount paid because that's the name of our column. And the computer added count of. Similarly, if I wanted to get the minimum or the smallest number, I could choose min and it would give me the 0. And if I chose max, it would be the greatest number, the largest number. That's from the same set of data we had been working with. And the last 2 that are not more complicated but just different ones that use the others are the sum, which if you chose sum, then it would show you the sum of the amount paid. So add up the column. And the other one would be average, which is add them up and divide by the count, or how many, which as we talked about before, would be 11,700. There are many other statistical kinds of calculations you can make. And maybe we'll make some more videos with some of those, but in a different set later on when we know a little bit more. For now, why don't you play with these 5? They're lots of fun.